Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Señoras y señores, ambos ni ninguno, bienvenidos a este momento de las semanas que celebramos Facebook para los ciegos.
That was awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your not-so-humble host, Eric, joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune, the man with 14 microphones, and they all sound like shit, and Andrew TD. But before we get to their funny memes, some depressing news. You know, it's been actually an interesting week in news, even just today. Lindsey Graham testified before the Georgia grand jury in an election probe. That sounds fun. Mar-a-Lago documents appeals court hearing determined that the future of the special master review is like not really in question. It's totally legit and legal. The Supreme Court ruled on Trump's tax records, which he's going to release to Congress, which has been the most slow motion train wreck I've ever seen in my life. What is this, taking 6 years? I mean, anyway, we need a rule that's just like everybody fork over you all get audited and reported before you can run for office. How's that? You just can't be president without it. There are a ton of school shootings. Honestly, it was terrible. I was going to try and summarize it, and I typed school shooting into Google News, and I got 2,000 results, all of them from this week. And just makes me ill every time. And then you read stuff about how red flag laws that are in place didn't prevent the things they're supposed to prevent. And you're like, are cops not enforcing the laws? I don't understand what's happening. So that's all very strange. So those are all the
very
big
normal.
Ones. Huh?
That's all very normal.
Yeah, exactly. In the somewhat positive news, I suppose. I don't know. I don't even know how to characterize things anymore. But an Army veteran is being held up as a hero at the LGBTQ club shooting in Colorado Springs, one of the many shootings that there have been. Other civilians that were involved. Apparently, one of the transgender queens in the drag show stomped on the guy with her heels. And that's been a heck of an image this week. So that's been going on. And then, as you guys know, I like to take all the depressing news and try to end it with, a cutesy animal story normally. So dinosaur legs have been grown on a genetically modified chicken embryos in a world first. That happened. So I don't know if you're a fan of dinosaur buffalo wings, maybe. And another piece of fun news. This is a beautiful little hummingbird. It's the smallest bird in the world. Beautiful little bee hummingbird, smallest bird in the world. And we see a couple pictures of it here, and it looks about the size, bigger, like a fluffy cymbal, like a thimble that a sewing thimble, except with like little wings and a little beak, and it's little tiny. It's in between his dude's 2 fingers, and this other one he's holding in between 5 fingers. Looks just like a grain of sugar cube. Unbelievable! Teeny tiny, adorable, cute little hummingbirds exist, and that is how we end the news on November 22nd, 2022 from Facebook for the Blind. Now, on to my co-host, Quiet Michael, with a long round one.
Big, long, round one. I want to start with, I promise I'll get into the funny stuff, but this Club Q shooting it's just really hard.
Yeah.
I read this from Dante Stewart, at Stewart Dante C, friend of the show, and sort of one of a few spiritual directors of the show. I would say Father Nathan Monk is the other.
Yeah.
Dante Stewart, he tweeted, LGBTQ persons deserve to be loved, protected, free, and cherished while they are alive. They should not have to wait for this when they are dead. And today, at where I work, we had our Trans Day of Remembrance Vigil today. And yeah, I just want to read this one more time and then move forward. LGBTQ persons deserve to be loved, protected, free, and cherished while they are alive. They should not have to wait for this when they are dead. And I think this is something else that I saw this week that I really, really loved. It says this is Trans Day of Remembrance, was since our last show. Trans Day of Remembrance has been observed. And one of my dear friends shared this comic from @alienby.comics. That's ALIENBY.comics. Meeting my past selves. It's 4 panels. And the first panel is it's like a young lady, blonde hair, a headband, and says 20-year-old self. And she's talking to her 20-year-old self, who is a guy who's wearing the same kind of flannel shirt. And the guy says to her, "You're me? What happened?" And then she meets her 13-year-old self, and it's a 13-year-old boy, and he's holding a Bible in one hand, and he says, "No, no, no, no. This isn't what God had planned for your life." And then the next panel is her meeting her 5-year-old self, and she's got her hands on her knees and she's leaning over, and he looks at her and says, "I'm going to be pretty." And then the fourth panel is her giving her 5-year-old self a hug.
Aww.
So. Jaw broken. I had to find this, so I found this meme just because I started laughing at this, remembering it from years ago when I first saw it, and I looked for it and I found it. It's from @jawbroken, who tweeted back in 2010, November 5th, 2010. "I hate the Muppets because of the pig girl. She was disgusting. I hate her with my life. She does not leave the lizard alone."
Hermie.
Every single part of this tweet is so fucking stupid. "I hate her with my life. She does not leave the lizard alone." By the lizard, yes, of course. It's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a picture of SpongeBob. He's got his hand on a tree, and he's exhaling dramatically. And it says, "I spiritualed so hard, I pulled a fucking chakra." Here we go. This is a picture of that comedian whose name I always forget, but he kind of looks like a Kennedy. Go. Well, who is it?
John Mulaney.
That's
right.
Actually nope. It's Grant
It's John Mulaney
Gustafson.
Kennedy.
Nope.
It's JFK Jr. And this is like a famous picture of him like posing in front of a grave. Except for the headstone has the Republican elephant on it. John Mulaney is labeled Gen Z, and of course, the red wave is what's being buried. And Bridget Gabriel.
I gotta say though, of all the cemetery shots that have that, my favorite is still the kid behind the gravestone with his hands in the air, and the gravestone last name is Holla.
It's awesome. Bridget Gabriel, enemy of the show, says Gen Z is the dumbest generation in U.S. history by a lot. Just look at their voting record. And then somebody posted as a response to that from The Simpsons. Principal Skinner says, "Am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong." This says, I think this was from Reddit. It says, "Why do Americans freak out over us Canadians having bagged milk?" Why do Americans freak out over us Canadians having bagged milk? And an American writes, in all caps, "Who the fuck bags milk?"
Right.
And the Canadian responds, also in all caps, "Who the fuck brings guns into Walmart?"
Oh.
And now listen, here's what I want to say here. Here's how we know this American in this thread is fucking privileged. Because they reply with, "Yeah, that's fair. But I'll have you know, they sell guns at Walmart. So who brings the guns to Walmart? Fucking Walmart brings the guns to Walmart. All right? Walmart is America." I think I have 2 more memes for this round. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show. Trash Can Paul. Trash Can, we love you. He's got a picture of 2 brooms, one green, black, green on the bristles, and the other one is just like an indoor broom, and it's black and red bristles. And it just says goth girl's hair be like.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a pretty good observation. My last one for round 1 is a picture of a duck, and it says God creating ducks. Waterproof that chicken and give it a kazoo. And we'll kick it over to you, TD. See what you got for round 1.
As an owner of ducks, I will also add and make them assholes too.
Yeah, they really are dicks.
Oh God, I hate them. But yeah, it's time once again for TD's patented, often imitated but never duplicated short round 1. Boom. Small but girthy. Okay, here we go.
I hate it.
Yeah, I love you too.
Able
Okay,
to get to all the right places.
thank you.
Stop. See, this is why I don't like the word girth. We'll workshop it.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I like the word girth.
It's like saying, and now for my wiener. Like it's too on the nose. It's too much of a dick word.
Wait. You've never done that?
Okay, let's do your round 1.
Okay, short round 1 coming up. All right.
Coming up. That's good. See, I like coming up. That's still a pun. All right, go on. Sorry.
All right.
Rise to the occasion, gentlemen.
No, keep rubbing my shoulders. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Dr. Manakuba Hoobadoo, I can't say that. I'm sorry. On behalf of the Dr. V feller, he posted this picture of 4 very modern, artsy fartsy Christmas tree things with very wide bases. They're very long and pointy and kind of scary looking. And then it says, on behalf of doctors and nurses everywhere, don't even think about it. Because those look like the world's most dangerous butt plugs.
It's got a stopper.
Ouch.
It's got a stopper, but it's still going to do a lot of damage in there, dude. That's going to pierce a colon.
Yeah, they need to grind those tips down.
Yeah. Exactly. Cleaner, grind, smooth that out. Yeah.
The internet has ruined your whole generation.
Did I mention that round 1 is the wholesome round?
That's right.
Yeah.
Put in the hole in wholesome since 1984.
Damn straight.
Oh crap.
I got you, homie. Okay, there we go. Okay, friend of the show, Blunts and Bongs. I love them. It's a little saying that says, "You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but are you ready for?" And it's cartoon character Shaggy, a small plastic pouch that you could hold all kinds of herbal things in. So, are you ready for Shaggy on a Baggie?
Yes.
Yeah. If I ever was to have my own herbals, that would be my baggie. All right, safe word. Friend of the show, Posh CJ out of Chicago, posted a meme of Ross from Friends looking extra Ross douchebaggish, yelling and pointing at himself. And it says, "The older I get, the more I understand this outburst." And Ross is yelling, "That sandwich was the only good thing going on in my life." I fucking feel that, bro. There's times where it's like, me, this Reuben sandwich, we gonna get this done. That's my go-to. I like Reuben sandwiches.
Me too.
All right, safe word. Okay, friend of the show, 420 Manny. He asked the question, what? And it's a bear, 2 grizzly bears. One's up on his hind legs, and the other one is just doing like a perfect shot through the crotch. And it says, "Dick punch, funny regardless of species." And I'm not even kidding. Like, that's a straight ding ding hit. I mean, he just hit him with the big right and just said, "Pow! There goes your nuts."
It is funny.
And I feel for that.
More funny seeing a bear get hit in the nuts.
I feel for that other bear though, dude.
I feel for any
Man, I don't
male,
like bears.
any male.
Anything that has testicles,
Yeah.
like,
Ow.
yeah.
All right, moving
All
on.
right,
from Dick
moving
Bush.
on. Moving on. Here we have a picture of Red Foreman from That 70s Show.
Oh,
When I
yeah.
was younger, I used to identify with various characters on that show, but the older I get, the more I identify with Red. Red is my spirit animal. And he's looking like just very Red, like just disappointed and ashamed of whatever he's staring at. And someone says, when someone at work asks me how I'm doing today, and Red's saying, if I was a bird, I'd fly into the ceiling fan. I feel after yesterday, that's how I felt yesterday.
He must be in healthcare.
Yeah. Next. Friend of the show, Joe Lancy, just posted a picture and says, nobody. My bedroom fan has been running on high nonstop for 3 years. And it's this elderly bearded gentleman. I couldn't tell you any other thing about him because he is just so dirty. Covered in soot. Like he looks like he's smiling, but also depressed at the same time. And yeah, that would be my bedroom fan that's been running for like since Obama was still president. Haven't burned out the motor yet. Okay, this is my last one for round one here, the short round one. It's from Cheerful Nihilism. Did I say that word right, guys?
Nihilism.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you like some nihilism?
Yeah, don't drink, kids. They posted this gentleman by the name of Joseph Caro, and he says, I feel like we just collectively as a society need to watch Musk and Zuckerberg fist fight in the parking lot of a Waffle House. and as a guy who's been to a lot of Waffle Houses,
yes,
I would have to say that it also have to be done at 2:38 a.m.
Good stuff.
On
I'd like to see one of these bitches fight me. Shit.
On preferably a Thursday night.
No, whatever, man. Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, I wouldn't even get out of bed for that. But I would get out of bed to fight either of these guys in the parking lot of a Waffle House any time of day.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I would.
You and me versus them two. Parking lot Waffle House. I picked the Waffle House.
They'd sue the shit out of us and get absolutely everything we have, which is nothing.
Yeah, you can't even pick rock, dude. Come on now.
I'm like, you just wasted your time. I'm not even going to court. You can
I'm not even gonna wake up that morning. I'm gonna just sleep all the way till noon.
You want my 2015 Ford Fiesta? Okay.
Yeah. I say you want my 12-year-old pickup? Like what's up? I guess you can take my TV. Hell, it's got a line through it.
Have we wrapped this up? Is this the end?
That's it, Eric.
Round one.
It's your turn.
Short round one was starting to become a medium one there for a minute.
Right on. Well, I just want to do a couple more headlines that are just fun. I double checked, and the far right that is convinced that Kerry Lake won. All those denialists, I double checked, and all of the major high-end denialists who denied the election and Trump toadies, all of them lost. All of them were losers. We knew that, but it has been confirmed at this point. The funniest thing that happened in the news this week was Trump's announcement where security kept people from walking out of his campaign launch.
No.
He rambled on. He rambled on with a low energy BS. It's the same crap. It's just like, when you stumble across a summer rerun and you're like, I've seen this before, but it feels slower. That's what happened. So anyway, and security closed the doors and wouldn't let people leave. And if you'll notice how much white and gray hair there is in this room, I know that their bladders cannot take more than 30 minutes of standing up. So the pressure to leave was real, people. That's what I'm saying. I discovered that something cool that I know of has a name. Says on TikTok, I came across doom boxes. It is apparently common for ADHDers to leave boxes and bags full of miscellaneous items all over the place. I grasped when I saw this, as this is how my husband lives. For years, he has made excuses for these doom boxes, frequently insisting he will sort them. But of course, this doesn't happen, and more doom boxes appear. With every house move, my husband promises it won't happen this time. This time we have more space. Yeah, anyway, I was like, oh, I didn't know they had a name. Didn't know they had a name. And apparently a lot of people have experiences with them. And friend of the show, Deborah, said, in the advent of guests' arrival, I have been moving my doom boxes around, which I have deemed doom Tetris. You can play the play at home game. The play at home version. Spotted this one outside of a Canopy Club last night at the open mic. Paid alcohol research. Contact us. I just captioned it. Science makes me smile.
I all I know is I start on Tuesday.
You know what? The thing is so funny is that my friends went in and looked at the detail on it and they were like, oh no, I'm over 40. A lot of people saying this study has been going on at the U of I for a very long time. Anyway, but my first thought was that the alcohol research lab would be a great name for a bar.
Dude, my first thought was, why in the fuck would you ever need to actually do organized research at U of I for this? Just stand outside of cams on unofficial with a clipboard. Write it down. Just whatever you could possibly want to know about alcohol, you'll learn that night.
So I'm just going to toss in a couple more here and wrap up my medium length round one.
It's short. It's short round one.
And then throw it back to you, Michael. This one was one of the political cartoons about the GOP majority in the House. And we see what looks like the January 6th insurrection happening all over again. There's people running up the Capitol steps and Confederate flags. And the security guys are looking out and says, oh, looks like the new GOP House majority has just arrived. And the people are shouting, where's Hunter? Impeach Fauci and hang my pants. Hang my pants.
I didn't get that.
Hang my pants.
Hang my pants.
Hang my pants.
Yeah. We found out that this week that NPR reported that Trump tweeted an image from a spy satellite. Apparently, we have spy satellites that are so good it could be confused as actually a drone photo or something like that. I'm gonna have to make somebody a co-host. Put them in charge of some stuff. Hang on just a second here, people. Let's see. Nope, not that. There we go. Una segunda. Oh, now it was loud. And now it got really quiet.
Is it?
Oh no.
Never mind. Hit it.
I'm
ready. You want me to take over?
No, I'm making you a co-host. And if you can monitor the audio, mute that when it comes up again. Anyway, so there was some really interesting ideas about, people used to think that Trump or the conservatives or Republicans were really into hanging on to classified information. They seem to have made a whole big deal out of emails and email servers and classified information. And then I guess they just shat it all over the place. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then, of course, a friend of the show, Mark, also says, remember when they revealed that classified information to the Russian foreign minister and ambassador? And other people were like, hey, remember that other time? Remember that other time? Remember that other time? And last, because it is Thanksgiving week, I just want to put up this picture of a ham and just say, I can't wait till Thanksgiving. I love ham.
Bro.
Look at that beautiful. Look at that beautiful ham.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need a censor bar.
Just lost
legal counsel.
Just a great big old ham.
Kicking off round two. Number two. Here's a picture of kind of a 1950s-ish, like looks like an ad from the 50s. A woman is holding a turkey, and she's smiling, and her family's all behind her, and it says, "Going to glaze the turkey with LSD this year. Then we will see who has their shit together." I'm fucking tired of talking about me. Here's a this is Matt Damon, and it looks like Fallon tonight. He's on Jimmy Fallon's show. Matt Damon says, "I was just chatting with Prince, and I asked him, 'You still live in Minnesota, don't you?' And he just turns and he looks at me right in the eye and he goes, 'I live inside my own heart, Matt Damon.'" I put this one in the show just for TD. It's a picture of the Irish cream cappuccino instant powder from MREs, Meals Ready to Eat, that they give you this shit in the military.
Oh, God.
And Red Bull next to it. And it's a Snapchat of it. And the Snap says, "Found out that if you make the MRE cappuccino with Red Bull, you shit your whole ass."
Wait. I know that for a fact that is false. Because you ain't getting a Red Bull over there in Iraq. You're getting rippets.
That's really true. Elon Musk tweeted, all right, we got to talk about this. Twitter's going down in flames, and everybody's coming to watch the fire. And Elon writes, "And we just hit another all-time high in Twitter usage, LOL." And Frank Lesser says, "Rome has never been this brightly lit at night. Nero." And somebody else comments, "There have never been so many people out on the deck. Captain of the Titanic." And Frank Lesnar says, "Our flight made all the newsreels. Oh, the publicity. Captain of the Hindenburg." Maggie Haberman, she tweeted out this week that Trump says we went decades without a war during his 4 years in office.
What?
Let's see here. Here's a picture of the Joker holding two pistols, and in impact font it says, "Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back pregnant."
Jesus.
Here's a comic strip I got from my friend Mary. It says pizzacakecomic.com. And the first panel is a woman, and she says, "Today we're going to learn about insurance." The second panel, she says, "Hey, insurance, I am injured and need some of that money I give you in case I get injured." And then the next picture is insurance, who says, "No." And the fourth panel, she says, "And that's how insurance works." I think I have two more memes this round. Glow Fuck Yourself, friend of the show, Glow Fuck Yourself. We love you, Glow Fuck Yourself. If you're listening to this and you're not following Glow Fuck Yourself on Instagram, go follow Glow Fuck Yourself on Instagram. There's a picture of a bunch of hostess pies: cherry, blueberry, chocolate, blackberry, apple, lemon, peach, and just a picture of a bunch of pies. And it says, "Back in my day, we didn't have fleshlights."
Not my pies.
This is so fucking dirty. I have two more memes for this round. This is Jim Rose Circus, who has a picture of a shirtless man climbing out of a wall, and a bunch of security guards around him. And it says, "Brazilian prisoner spent 5 years digging a tunnel that ended up in the guard room."
Oh.
Story of my life. And last for this round two, it says, "National Geographic determined what Americans will look like in 2050, and it's beautiful." And it's just 12 different pictures of Nick Cannon. It's just Nick Cannon with different hairstyles. I just want to point out that in every single picture, the person has a mustache.
Yeah.
He's going to be the next Genghis Khan. He's going for Genghis Khan's record.
He's going for Genghis Khan status. You know, my favorite thing about the Nick Cannon joke is like that Nick Cannon makes jokes himself about how many kids he has.
At least he admits it, dude. At least he admits there's an issue.
It honestly, he like, all it really means up here is that you're Minnesotan. Everybody's got 17 kids up here, dude. I've never met so many families. I'm dead serious.
But isn't it that way in Arkansas too?
No, Arkansas. We get too broke and we quit having them kids. Yeah, you get just enough to work the farm, and that's it.
Couple of spares, and then you're done.
Well, that's why I hope for twins.
All right. On to TD with round 2.
Yes. Thanksgiving is coming up, so this is gonna round 2 is I'm nicknaming this week TD's Thanksgiving Fiesta. I was hoping for a woo or an applause. Okay,
Woo!
Good
More
job,
applause.
please clap. Please clap.
I was saying that in my brain, dude, but I appreciate the fake enthusiasm, folks. All right. Friend of the show and hopefully future guest, Jason Jester, just post approved. And it's a giant thing. And it just says, my neighbor is determined to get his money's worth out of the 12-foot skeleton he bought last year. And it's one of them big old skeletons you get from Home Depot. And it is dressed like a monstrous turkey thing, kind of scary, but kind of cool. And I just can't wait till like next month when he's looking like Santa, and like the month after that when you could kind of dress him up like, Father Time. That'd be really cool. And then Cupid skeleton is going to be just chef's kiss. Okay, moving on.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Making moves with Michelle post a picture. It says, "Don't judge me. You don't know the year I've had." And it's just a big old tub of Cool Whip with a piece of pumpkin pie just kind of gently smushed in there. And I feel this. I feel this in my soul. I've done it. I'll admit, I've fucking done it.
I'm not above it.
Nice. I like it.
Next up on the Thanksgiving fiesta, it's says, after I've finished Thanksgiving dinner, it is picture of Palpatine from episode 3. Defeated, weak, frail. "Oh, I'm too weak," he says. 5 seconds later, when someone brings out the pie, he's just got a shit-eating grin. Them eyes are lit up, and he's like, "I'm gonna give me some of that."
Yep.
And again, I feel this.
Yeah.
That's very real.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I'm never gonna eat again. And then pumpkin pie, I'm like, oh shit.
I know. In about 48 hours, that's gonna be meat.
You know what I'm trying to figure out here, boys? How does this ugly ass dude make me hungry for pie?
That is a mystery. That is a mystery of the universe.
You can tell by his face he's seeing a good pie.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. That's the guy who's looking at a good pie.
You're seeing might not be the pie I'm seeing though. That's the beauty of it.
Oh my god. Oh, Gadzooks. Sorry.
No problem. Next up, we got Memes for Fiends, and it's a picture of canned cranberry sauce, which I'm not ashamed to admit. I love that shit.
I love it too.
And it says, "Janet, this is absolutely delicious. You must give me the recipe." Hashtag Thanksgiving with white family.
You can still see the shape of the can.
That's
That's the proper way to serve that.
It's a perfect negative of a can.
Yeah. And if you're really lucky, your mom will let you lick the can.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We used to fight for that. Okay, it's Tyra Christensen post, "How I feel after Thanksgiving." It is just a morbidly obese house cat, and it looks angry and hungry and lost the will to live. I know this look very well. I see it in the mirror all the time. And yeah, just how I feel after Thanksgiving. It's just this big ass fat cat. And again, I feel this. I picked relatable memes for this round.
For our listeners, this is just it's just a big fat cat.
It's huge.
That's how we feel. It's how we feel.
That's
You guys feel like somebody used Photoshop to shrink your head?
Yes. I do believe that head has been downsized just a smidge.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing.
Big Pussy was my nickname in Jersey when I was in the mafia.
Nice.
I think I saw a documentary about that.
So stupid. Go on, take it.
Okay, Shady Pines Ma 85, and that's a good inside joke. Post me the day after Thanksgiving, after inhaling 147 pounds of turkey, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. And it's the goddess Betty White standing there with these blue pants that are just poofed out beyond recognition. And once again, I feel this. I mean, like, she looks like she's gonna, like, has like a hot, she looks like she's sitting on a hot air balloon.
He looks like yeah, it looks like those music videos. It's like those inflatable
Those
pants.
Sweatpants.
Yeah, right.
Make you lose weight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there is a vacuum, it looks like, hooked up to her.
Yeah, they're supposed to like make you hot and sweat out.
Oh, like those
Water
sweat,
weight.
like yeah, like those sweatsuits you got to run in and shit,
Yeah.
like the plastic things, body bags. All right, next. Okay, here we have a picture of the head Jenner bitch, Chris, or any other plastic psycho.
Is that a Kardashian?
Yeah, I think that's the Kardashian mama.
Okay.
Any whore.
Not that I could pick one. Not that I could pick her out of a lineup.
No. Any whore. It just says me, and she's looking really like bitchy and incredulous and like, you peasant, you. And it just says me at Thanksgiving, not helping cook, not contributing to any conversation, not adding anything except judgment.
Holding the martini.
Oh,
Win,
yeah,
suffer.
it's probably a really shitty one too. But yeah, I got some relatives. All right, moving on.
Oh, cats! Every
That's
time
okay.
I click
No,
on
you're cool, dude. Okay, cryptocurrency, which is soon to be friend of the show. Says cryptocurrency here, and they have a picture of the whole family around the table, all staring at the cameraman, but they're all staring, and they kind of got this weird cheesy grin on their face. It's kind of really odd, and it says, "There's Mr. Investor. How are your little coins doing? Are you a millionaire yet?"
It's a low blow for the crypto.
I can't read
boys.
the subtext. The subtext, all it is says, "Fuck you, crypto boy." All right. Coming up next in the Thanksgiving fiesta, I love this meme template so much. It says prepping for political quote unquote discussions at Thanksgiving dinner, and it's the classic meme of Ben Affleck standing outside, hand in his pocket, other hand holding a cigarette, just tired and fed up of all the bullshit. And I feel this. I'm from Indiana. I left to get to Illinois. Do with that knowledge what you will. All right, and finally, rounding out round two, TD's Thanksgiving fiesta. Food with Charm says the quickest way to start a fight on Thanksgiving, and it's a picture of a pumpkin pie, and one piece is taken out like you would normally cut a piece of pumpkin pie. The other piece is cut, pretty much taking up the entire other half of the pie, but not one piece of crust has been touched. It's a perfect shot of the middle. And now you know that half of that pie is ruined, so to speak, in the form of getting a nice piece of pie. But I say, who cares? It's a pie. Eat the whole fucking thing. Why are you taking slices?
This is violent. This is violent.
Yeah, this is a war crime. Geneva has laws.
I agree with the OP.
Geneva
right,
has
Eric, what you got?
rules. Go Eric, go. Round two.
Round two.
Fight.
Fight. What is that? I know that. That's from something.
A lot of fighting games.
All right. Am I on screen here? Am I sharing? Good deal. The other 98% brings us this cartoon of a red-faced man in a red shirt labeled MAGA, captioned triggers, and it's pressing to a variety of red buttons all over his face labeled pronouns, bathrooms, history, books, vegans, rainbows, kitty litter boxes, holidays, including tofu, and finally, black mermaids. because I don't know. I don't understand. Somehow on the scale of things, that was the big one. So the big story that none of us have touched on this week, and I can't believe it. Herschel Walker as the Count, as the Muppet the Count from Sesame Street saying, werewolf could kill a vampire. Do you know that? I never knew that. So I don't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf. Herschel Walker. Oh my God. Have more Senate.
Could be your next senator out of Georgia, folks. Mr. Herschel Walker.
Guys,
doesn't want to be a vampire.
I hesitated to even do this joke. I mean, I did this and people were like, do you think he has like that condition where football players, get crunched in the head? And I was like, I don't know. Was he stupid before? I don't know. Kind of hard to figure it out, really, get it all laid down. Very popular in my neck of the woods was this little meme with the characters from Rogue One. Am I right? Rogue One?
Yes. No, I'm sorry. Episode 7.
Okay. Whatever. It's a Star Wars movie, one of the 20. And it's a 3-panel with Harrison Ford at the top, Solo's character saying, "It's true, all of it," facing Gen Z, played by the two new kids, the up-and-comers in the Star Wars movies. MySpace, and the kids are labeled Gen Z's. MySpace, a non-toxic, non-algorithmic social media. It was real. The millennials. Yeah, it was funnier in my head. All right.
No, MySpace, dude, I never understood why everybody moved to Facebook. The only reason I did was because I had to, because nobody was left on MySpace except for me and the bots. Yeah. And that was it.
Tom.
But man, it was better.
Yeah.
Me and Tom. No, Tom had sold. Tom had sold.
Although my first comment on here says, let's just rank your best friends in order publicly. And I'm like,
that's right. Air it out. That's what I liked about it. They let you know what was up. You never had to wonder. You knew. Yeah, you're in their top 10 or you're not. All right, you're not my top 10 either then. Fuck you. Yeah, dude, that was good.
Oh my God. Okay, now I figured out where the rest of my memes are. So I'm moving this over here. In a follow-up to TD's 12-foot skeleton. By the way, I joined the 12-foot skeleton group on Facebook just for all the 12-foot skeleton pictures. And there were a variety that were dressed as turkeys, which I thought was fantastic and a great way to not have to take it down and keep your 12-foot skeleton up all year. Anyway, the thing was, in a comment on the picture that I think TD posted is Kelsey Victorino said, "Man, it's a real small world," with the shot from across the street. So Josh's sister's neighbor didn't want to take down her Halloween skeleton, apparently.
That's funny.
It is a very small world full of 12-foot skeletons dressed as turkeys. Did you know that?
It's a new movement. It's a new movement.
Over in Amy Sedaris, a group that's called Amy Sedaris, we have a picture of two girls, and I was looking really close. I was like, are these people famous? Just two cute girls. Look about 20, like they're going out for the night. They got their makeup all done up. There's a picture of a tiger. There's a poster of a tiger behind them. And on the hook right above them is a flesh-colored thing with two hands on it. One of the hands is squishing all their fingers together in sort of a pointy move, and one of them sort of like making like got a thumb between the fingers and stuff. And it took me a long time of staring at this to figure out that's a sex toy.
That took you like that's a double fisting dildo, is what that is.
I've never seen a double fisting dildo.
Neither did I. I was just like looking at these girls, going, "Are these two famous? Is one of these Amy Sedaris?" And I was like, "Oh, you got me! You got me with the double fisted flesh tone dildo with fingers." Okay, you got me.
That's a sentence I don't think everyone really wants to say, Sizemore.
What can I say?
Speak for yourself, TD.
I don't remember this. I don't remember this, but I just want to remind everybody how good it feels to not lose $1 billion like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump, and Sam Bankman-Fried. So one after another, four of the best known oligarchs laid waste to the image of the benevolent saviors carefully cultivated by their class. In the New York Times. Bad week for oligarchs with delusions of saving the world. Oh my God, I've never seen so many people simping for oligarchs before either. So many people were like, no. Honestly, I started insulting Elon And this guy's like, no, man, he gave billions to stop world hunger. And I looked it up. No, he just said he would. And you little fanboys believed it. Like, because that's all they have to do. Stop simping for billionaires. Anyway, moving on. Robert Reich likes to point out, this was 4 days ago, I believe, pretty recently, that he planned to give away the majority of his $124 billion net worth. By the way, somebody pointed out Elon already did that last week.
That's awesome.
That's 124. But let's just remember that just since 2020, the oligarchs have put away tons. Like from March 2020 to March 2021, in 1 year, Elon banked $118 billion. So, Jeff's going to give away 124. You made that in a year. It's a year. Jeff Bezos made 58 billion during that same time period. Billions in ill-begotten gains. Friend of the show, Ryan Hayes, said Jeff Bezos recently said that he's going to give most of his wealth to charity before he dies. At the same time, Amazon is planning on laying off 10,000 people. That way, Jeff will have more money to give away later.
Right.
I wasn't
bravo.
I wasn't going to steal it, but Ryan's here, and it's funny in your face.
Thumbs up approval.
And rounding out round two, friend of the show, George Cruikshank, posts this tweet from Jade Raylan, who says, convinced my 44-year-old therapist to confront her husband about not liking her Instagram posts, and left the session feeling so empowered by the realization that while she can't make me better, I can make us both worse.
That's awesome.
Oh, I've never thought of that.
All right. Go fuck yourself is back for round 3. They say Tampax gotta chill. And then you see at Tampax says, you're in their DMs, we are in them. We are not the same. Chill out, Tampax.
Wow.
WikiHow has how to get cigarettes for free. And it says how to get free cigarettes and scratch-offs at your local 7-Eleven. And it's just a picture of somebody putting a clip into a 9mm. Robbed them. Here's a picture of a guy who's falling down in the road. People are gathered around him. And it says, we have a doctor here. And someone says, yes, I'm a doctor. And they say, what is your specialty? And he says, I'm a doctor in mathematics. They said, my friend is dying. And the doctor says, -1.
Bravo. Bravo.
This is from a friend of the show at Moist Buddha.
Oh my.
This is a picture of a megalodon about to eat a scuba diver, and it says Megalodon, the shark that lived about 60 million years ago. And below it, it says, then how did they took this picture then? Here's a picture of a pit bull, and it says, God once said, I need someone strong enough to maul a child, but gentle enough to maul a child, smart enough to maul a child, and passionate enough to maul a child. Someone with so much love they can maul a child. So God created the pit bull.
Boo.
It's so stupid. Pit bulls get bad press. I've had them. They're sweet dogs.
I got 2 of them. They're babies.
I know they're babies, and with they maul children. Faith at Rose of Windsong says they call it wokeness because calling it basic empathy reveals that they're the ones in the wrong.
Oh snap!
It's yeah, that's another good one. By the way, by the way, friend of the show, by the way,
yeah.
says,
Hey, bye.
I'm really gonna need a drag queen, preferably in Florida, to start going by the name Rhonda Santis, please. Thank you. We need a drag queen named Rhonda Santis. All right. I got 3 more for this round. This is an old-timey picture. It's a young man writing by Jean, I don't know, I can't say it. Messinier, 1852. Fucking artist painted a picture of this guy drawing. Anyway, it says, if I say, first of all, run away, because I have prepared peer-reviewed research, data, and charts, and I will destroy you. I want you to know, I put this in the show for you, Eric. This seems like the sort of thing. This seems like kind of what your mission is over there on Facebook. The Onion's reporting, HR director reminds employees that any crying done at office must be work-related.
Oh, that's awesome.
And finally, for round 3, the penultimate round, Trash Can Paul. Who could do it better than Trash Can Paul? Has a picture of a man who's got headphones on, and he's holding a tripod with a camera on it, and he looks like he's part of a film crew, kind of a gonzo film crew, and it's labeled Modern Supportive Husband. Anybody?
No,
It's an OnlyFans joke.
I would say I've perused OnlyFans. I'm ashamed to admit it.
Oh.
I'm not proud.
All right, over to you, TD, for your penultimate round 3.
Okay, after TD's Thanksgiving fiesta, there's only one way to end it, and that's a big dump of memes. So that's what we have for round 3 here, a big dump of memes.
Got a meme dump.
Yep. Coming right up. A dump.
Patented, trademark, registered
memes.
Andrew's dump
of memes. Okay, here we have from New Age Cannabis Podcast, friend of the show. They're actually really funny. I enjoy them, but they are very educational as well. It says, "Do you take your cannabis everywhere?" It's a picture of Jonah Hill. He got pink hair, some kind of earbuds in. He had a tie-dye shirt on. I'm doing this from memory. He's got his tie-dye shirt on, and it's got some weird picture on it, like an alien playing basketball. And he's got his weird little tattoos, and he's got a cup on which I'm only guessing is cold brew, and he's got his aluminum growler, and he's got his weird short shorts on. They go stop way before the knees, and his little shoes. And it says Jonah Hill look like he carries a bong and a grinder in his backpack at all times. And I know people who look like this, and they usually have at least a grinder and some kind of smoking apparatus.
TD, you fucking look like this.
Yes.
Your hat matches
hair.
this guy's
I don't
shirt
have pink
right
hair.
now.
I do not have pink hair.
Now, at this moment.
I mean, yes, I'm wearing a tie-dye Gilligan hat, but fuck that. All right, next up, Respectful Memes at Respectful Memes says the continents can be arranged to look like a chicken. And they've taken all the continents and landmasses and islands and everything out of the globe and rearranged them in a way that the planet is a chicken. We are just a one giant chicken in a big sea of water. I mean, you can see it, like Africa makes up like the leg and thigh quarters, you know.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, like the continental US and Canada kind of make like the neck going into the head.
I don't think this is painting the picture any better. It's a chicken.
It's chicken.
Yeah. You know.
All right. Friend of the show, Jason Jester, once again, just goes skin dog, and it's a picture of a meme that this fella Andy Matthews did. And so when other people call their pets fur babies, and I'm guilty of this, I do this. When other people call their pets fur babies, it's fine. But when I call a kid a skin dog, somehow I'm disgusting and the worst pediatrician in this hospital. Skin dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that made me laugh for like 5 minutes at work. All right. Everyone's commenting on this whole Twitter situation, how Twitter might be gone at any minute. And when I need breaking news and opinions on things like this, I go to one source. Friend of the show, friend of the universe, Cookie Monster at me is Cookie Monster blue check mark.
Hey, Cookie Monster, love you, Cookie Monster.
I say I've been following him for years. That's the man. Cookie Monster asks, me still get to keep me cookies if Twitter shuts down, right?
Oh,
and I feel this like Cookie Monster. I will bake you cookies. Baking will bake. Will make all the cookies you need. I don't need to see the sun again.
Nice.
All right. Turtle Power Entertainment, friend of the show. Post a picture, and I'm debating, should I do the picture first and then read what it says, or read what it says and do the picture? Because it can go either way.
I think you have to read and then explain the picture.
Okay, let's read the picture. It says, my wife, I think I pulled a leg muscle. And then it's labeled me. Let me take a look. And here we have a picture from the 1980s, early 1990s cartoon classic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that's me I'm talking to. Okay, never mind. It's April O'Neil looking rather busty in this particular shot, staring down. And she's staring down at Michelangelo, who's trying to, I guess, help her up or something, but they never freeze frame animation. Because his hand is firmly on her titty. And oh, come on, Levine, I need more than that.
It's on her Andrew titty.
You wrote that joke last week with another meme I did. Come on, don't leave me hanging now. I thought you'd be all over that. But that's true. Every time a woman has an injury, like, oh, I think I hurt my pinky toe. Let me take a look. Boob.
Right.
It's what we do.
Science.
Yeah, it's science. All injuries can be sensed through mammary tissue. All right, friend of the show, Blunts and Bongs. Love these guys. I smoke by myself and I still end up losing the lighter. I feel this. So hard.
That's awesome.
All right. Next up, we got this is from my cousin, actually, friend of the show, Rodney Chernowski, my cousin up there in Indiana. He posted this thing where these two dudes are talking, and it says, someone's mom is totally using me as a bad example for her kids. And I ran this by my own mother, and she agreed with this. It's another guy saying, my own mom uses me as a bad example for others' kids. And I know my mom's done this. She's like, do you want to end up like that? Freak.
My mom uses me as a bad example for her only other kid.
All right. Anyone else have this problem when they're trying to do round 3?
What's
Just
that?
Me? This problem.
What problem?
Mavis.
Oh, I can't look at everything at once.
Sorry. Yeah, just my dog. She's a camera whore. She's a camera whore.
You're a child.
Nope, she's a camera whore. She's a diva. All right, we got a picture here of some little friendly looking black bears, and they're all sitting on this giant pile of apples. And it says, everyone look at these bears eating apples immediately. And they zoom in on another picture, and like it's just this bear like directly in the middle of the pile. And I will never be as content and happy as that bear is in that picture. And Emma says, make meme Emma. She says, you can't pet bears. You can't pet bears. You can't pet bears. You can't pet bears. Crying face slappy emoji. And yeah,
I'll tell you right now, these bears are getting drunk.
Yes.
That's what they're doing.
Yes,
they're eating rotten
yes.
apples
Yep.
that have fermented, and they're getting fucked up. This is a bear
I was gonna keep it a little clean, but yes, they are totally trying to get hammered. Because even black bears, have had enough of this shit.
I don't fuck with sober bears, man. I ain't hanging out with a bunch of drunk ones.
Oh, dude, you've never hung out with Larry Smith?
Oh,
that's what it's like. Let me tell you a story sometime. Okay. Next up, friend of Larry Smith. Friend hear from you later. Friend of the show, friend of mine, Samantha Sam Wieneman, posts a picture of Winnie the Pooh looking kind of sad and depressed, and Eeyore looking like Eeyore. And Pooh's asking, why is the world such a sad, confusing place? And Eeyore's looking at Pooh with that Eeyore dead ass look. It says, because people are fucking stupid, Pooh. Oh, I'm sorry, let me do my Eeyore voice. Because people are fucking stupid, Pooh.
There it is. That's right.
Hey, I've had depression for 40 years. I feel this. Eeyore's my man. Okay, hey, friend of the show, Larry Smith at Smith2 on Twitter.
Our favorite drunken bear.
I was hanging out with him on Veterans Day. Oh, missed that guy. All right. Larry Smith post, whatever doesn't kill you likely has a friend who has a cousin who knows a guy who can make it look like an accident.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you've ever met Larry, he looks like the guy who would likely have a friend who has a cousin who knows a guy who would make it look like an accident. Larry's the guy That's all I got for round
So,
3.
my best friend's brother is a debt collector for the mafia.
Oh,
No joke.
you heard the part about we're recording.
Yes.
Right?
I did not mention
you
any
had to
names.
you
I
had
did
to
not
approve
mention
the
any
warning.
names. I did not mention any names. And he also
everyone say goodbye to Nan. She's already said too much. She'll have some concrete proof by Friday.
and he can also change his identity at any moment.
What do you got for
through
round
different
3?
channels.
Yeah, round 3. Size more. Don't get me in trouble.
I'm listening to Nan's stories now.
Yeah.
Uno segundo. Man. Guys,
1 second.
this is more difficult than it seems. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Friend of the show, Boots Magoot at Boots Magoot says,
sharing.
can priests bless stuff other than water? I just think
You're not
holy
sharing.
guacamole should mean something.
You're not sharing.
You're not there, dude. But that was funny though.
I still see Larry Smith.
Oh,
It was very funny though.
thanks. Awesome. Happy to.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thanks for telling me. Friend of the show, Boots Magoot at Boots Magoot says, can priests bless stuff other than water? I just think holy guacamole should mean something. We should probably edit that out in post.
that could backfire though. There also is the phrase "holy shit."
Dude, you have no idea how much discussion of all the holy things went on. Another one that got considerable traffic was this 4-panel matrix, I guess you would call it. It's a 4-panel matrix, which is labeled one column for smart people, one column for dumb people. And then another column or another row is called about smart people, and another row is called about dumb people. So smart people and about smart people, for smart people and about smart people, Rick and Morty. Yes, indeed. About smart people for dumb people, that would be, oh God.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Now, what's the one on the right?
Bang.
Oh,
Big
that
Bang
one.
Theory. Thank you. Big
Sorry, I was
Bang.
going the wrong way.
About
Right.
smart people for dumb people. And then about dumb people for smart people, it's always sunny in Philadelphia. And then about dumb people for dumb people, friends.
Yeah. This is right. This is
I
fucking
feel
spot
this.
on.
I know. I looked at this a lot. I was like, man, I think I might have to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia now. All right, moving on. Robert Slager, friend of the show, Robert Slager posts kudos to the New York Post. On the front page today, they had a teaser marked Florida man makes announcement. See page 26. It was like, yes. If only they had used this policy for the last 6 years. All right, moving on. This is a picture of two capybaras. Two capybaras. If you're not following capybaras, you're missing out. These are capybaras wearing little jean jackets with like the furry collars, and someone is holding out a pumpkin pie between two pumpkins, and it is captioned, "This is the future the left wants."
Yes. Yes, it is.
I know, and everyone's like, yeah. This was posted by Ryan Zio in a group where we all pretend to be capybaras. And was immediately commented on by my friend Steve Rendell, who posted this picture of a capybara sipping a tropical drink and reading Karl Marx's Das Kapital. I believe capybaras are the sign of a symbol of revolution somewhere. So capybaras, there's your coded language of the internet for today. Capybaras, Das Kapital. Okay, moving on. Friend of the show, Andrew Teedy, posted this picture of a biscuits and gravy fountain, and all the things you were talking about. I feel this. All right, Teedy, I feel this biscuits and gravy fountain. I want this at my wedding. Okay, that's what I want right there, with the biscuits tumbling down. I don't know how you get that, but I want that.
No, the gravy's tumbling and the biscuits are like the fondue, like the marshmallows with the chocolate fountain.
Oh, it's on a fork.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
You didn't think I knew the mechanics of how this worked?
No, you studied it
This is
longer than
actually
I did.
This is Indiana. This is a picture of Indiana for our listeners.
The funny
just
thing is,
Indiana.
This was
in a
posted by
photo.
my buddy Phil. He was a Marine. He was my manager at McDonald's years ago, and Phil posted this. He says, Andrew Teedy,
I felt attacked, so you should be as well.
Thank you. I don't have my glasses on, and I commented on that. Like, yes, I feel attacked, but I also feel heard.
I just feel hungry now.
Yeah.
Okay? And I want to express my final wishes quite clearly. I want this at my wedding or my funeral or both.
If this is not at my next birthday, y'all got 7 months. If it's not at my next birthday, I would be highly pissed.
Tell you what, man, the next person that tells me I'm gonna rent a bouncy castle, I'm gonna bouncy castle. What a waste of time. Do you know you can get a biscuits and gravy fountain?
Yes.
Dude, wasting your life. All right, moving on. Round 3, wrapping it up. Michael Cullen posts, Twitter employees flooded internal Slack channels with goodbye salute emojis and farewell messages as Musk's hardcore or stay or go deadline passed. Basically, Elon said, hey, you need to live here and sleep on a cot and work 24/7 and be hardcore. And they were all just like, or what, Elon? And walked out. Friend of the show, Alex Cohen, which might be a parody account, just want to say it for the record, but who cares, says, I was laid off from Twitter this afternoon. I was in charge of managing badge access to Twitter offices. Elon just called me and asked if I could come back to help them regain access to HQ. So they accidentally locked themselves out. People quickly pointed out this could be a parody account. And I was like, well, it might be a parody account, but it's funny because Elon Incompetence is so believable because they were locked out of their Twitter account for 2 weeks. They couldn't tweet.
I know. That's so fucking funny. Twitter couldn't tweet. Twitter couldn't tweet is a sentence that could only happen in 2022.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
But guys, this is such a gift in disguise, because for the rest of our lives, every time one of these little twits wants to like simp for oligarchs and go like, we need a billionaire in there to run things like a business. You say, like Twitter, like Bitcoin, like FTX, like which business? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm loving it, man. I am loving every minute of this slow motion dumpster fire. Alan at O2BNOBX posts, hoping Elon buys Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby next. Also saw suggestions for buy Fox News. Good stuff. This one I thought was pretty funny. Matt Wallace originally posted, Elon Musk could be chilling in $100 million mansion right now, getting massaged by 100 women as a team of private chefs prepares him a 5-star meal. Instead, Elon is literally sleeping at Twitter. And the reply was from Mount Bellyache, even Grimes didn't dick ride him this much. Wild Gearders at Stein Cobby says, funny thing is, if Elon wasn't on Twitter, I'd probably to this day think he's an evil but very capable industrialist. But thanks to Twitter, I know he's dumb as shit and just a product of a terrible economic system that rewards being a sociopath from old money over real ability. From friend of the show, Meg Slade. If you're not following Meg Slade, you are missing out. This next picture is a 2-panel from King of the Hill. King of the Hill, Hank is talking to Bobby, who's wearing a suit in the truck, and he says, you know what's not cool, Bobby? Ooh. Simping for billionaires on the internet.
Yeah.
That was a good Hank Hill. That was good.
Nice.
Gracias. This next picture is a balloon animal, balloon ornament, a balloon configuration. And yes, I did tag Scotty and Trey because the question was from a friend of the show, Jamie. I'm trying to think of an occasion this would be appropriate. This is clearly a Jesus Christ crucifixion balloon art thing in flesh tone balloons.
These are not flesh tone. These are bone tone. I've never seen anybody with this color flesh.
Well, it's kind of like mannequin flesh tone, and you know,
Irish.
There's black balloons. There are black balloons for the nails and the crown of thorns.
Okay, if this is flesh tone, let's just get one thing straight here at Facebook for the Blind. We know and believe that Jesus was black. So this is a white Jesus flesh tone, perhaps.
I love that where you start with this is the color of the balloon.
Yes, my problem is not that this is sacrilegious because it's Jesus on the cross made out of balloons. My problem is that it's heresy because they made Jesus white.
Dude, do you look at all these little balloons? Look at all these little balloons.
Yeah, you get the nail in there.
So somebody wrote sausage tones, and I think that would be a good name for a ska band.
All
Sausage
right.
tones. Anyways.
Two-tone sausage
panel on this show.
All right. Well, Jesus balloons. All right. Moving on. At BoyKisser37 posts, imagine you win the lottery and suddenly you're the only billionaire getting properly taxed.
Yeah,
I got there was so much material on this kid from Altadena, California, who won $2 billion jackpot, and people are like, yeah, but it's only $427 million after taxes. And it's like, we live in a box. You know? Yeah. All right. And almost done. Friend of the show, Chris Knowles, posts a picture of some unbound books. They're like raw books. And it says, apparently the publisher of Pence's new book is refusing to put a spine on its cover, stating that to do so would be a gross misrepresentation of the author and a disservice to the reading public.
Oh boy.
This is one of the rare memes. This is one of the rare memes that works for progressives or MAGA people.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the rare targets that all of us can enjoy. This meme might unite the country.
There you go. Well, you should follow the liberal curmudgeon just because I love the word curmudgeon. So there you go. And second to last, before we come back, this is what people think Kentucky looks like. And we got a picture of a shirtless dude with a cigarette in his mouth and an American flag do-rag tied around his head and some kind of lanyards and some jeans. And in the background, we've got an American flag, a Confederate flag. Did you even need for me to tell you there was a Confederate flag? There's a Budweiser neon sign. There's some kind of skull thing on another Confederate thingamabob. There's a trailer in the background. It says what people think Kentucky looks like. And then it says what Kentucky really looks like. And we have 4 panels, and there's a city, and there's a meadow with a sunset, and there's that same picture of the dude with that Confederate flag and no shirt. A lot of people pointed out that's what America looks like. And I was like, I blame television.
Is it time for our post with the most?
It is time for our post with the most.
Yay!
Kicking off my post with the most. This actually was my post with the most. It's a picture of Christian Bale. I think like circa American Psycho, leaning against the bar, and an impact font in front of him. It says, everything you like, I liked 900 years ago. Edie, what's your post with the most?
Okay, my post with the most was my
boom.
Okay, yeah, no, okay. My post with the most.
Did I get the wrong one?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, sorry.
That's my post with the most. My post with the most was this funny thing I found. And it's a Thanksgiving joke I did, and I understand this meme all too well. The big cousins go for a walk, in parentheses. And it says, me, when they come back and laugh at all my jokes. And I feel this from every angle because I used to be the little cousin. I used to be the little cousin. But now I'm the big cousin.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That
I
is
just
really
got
that
that
is a
subtext.
Thanksgiving specific joke. 1000%.
Yes. I at the leftover from TD's Thanksgiving Fiesta right there, folks. My post with the most.
Very nice. Okay. And I am uncertain as to my sharing ability, so I'm going to start it from scratch because I don't trust it anymore. I don't trust the technology. All right. My post with the most, wrapping up this show, is a picture of baby Tucker Carlson, little baby face in his little suit on his show. And it says, ice cream isn't dinner, they say. Okay. Well, why not? No one ever tells you because no one really knows. So what's this all about, really? The answer is simple. Power.
Oh my God.
And that fully constitutes a legal representation of an ostensible episode of Facebook for the Blind from November 22nd, 2022.
Yay.
Love you, George.
Hey.
Woo! Woo! Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.